Hi, my name is Daphne and I want to talk to you about the Nuna Pipa infant car seat today. It's really hard to find good information on the Nuna Pipa because there are 6 seats and they all are called Pipa. There's a Pipa Lite, Pipa Lite R, Pipa Lite LX, Pipa Lite RX, Pipa RX, right? So how do you take those names and put some sense to it? And I want to make it easy for you today to choose which seat is right for you if you're leaning toward a Nuna Pipa infant car seat. When we talk about the Nuna, we want to talk about their base. They have 2 bases, their original base and a new and improved base that's been out for a little while. $60 difference at the time of this recording for the newer base, and it is well worth it. I'll show you some of that. Once we get to that and we decide which base we want, there are 3 seats that go with each base. So we take the 6 Pipas and we make sense of it by deciding which base we want first and then deciding on the seat from there. With each base, there is a light car seat, close to the lightest on the market, if not the lightest on the market, clocking in at 5.2 pounds, 5.4 pounds. Love that seat. But one of the things we have to realize is that when we get the weight down, we lose some features. And one of those features is the ability to take that seat in a car without the base. This is important consideration for the weight that you save. It's just a little bit around 2 pounds that you save, and yet in the year plus that you'll be using this seat, if anybody drives away in the car with that base and you're at home with the baby, you cannot safely transport your baby. Can't go in an Uber or anything like that because you don't have the ability to secure that seat in the car. And I think that that's going to happen to you more than likely in that year that you have the seat. And so unless you're really focused on the weight, which some people are, they need it for back issues, that kind of thing, then I'd say focus your attention on the seats that do allow you to travel without the base. So that kicks out possibly for a lot of you 2 more seats and we're down to 4, and it's pretty easy to make a decision once you make your base decision. I can help you get it down to 2 between each base. So let's look at the base real quickly so I don't take all day trying to explain this stuff I love to know. This original base is the one that comes with the price point. This has been here a long time, crash tested. It's a great seat, has a load leg. I'll talk to you about the load leg in a second. Rather than going through the features of the original base, I think it's more helpful to talk about the new base and what a couple of the new features are. Also has a load leg. Let me tell you what that load leg does. Is on a front end collision, the load leg engages with the floor of the car and slows the energy and motion that's created from the crash. This is really great because we are able to keep the baby a little bit more stable in that crash. In addition, the seats in your car are meant to be comfortable for passengers, so they're spongy and kind of soft. In a bad crash, that force can create a trampolining effect and can have your baby moving all over the place. So I'm a huge fan of a load leg for it being involved in a front end collision. What we've added, you can see here that there's a little gap here, a little bit of a place for your hand to go. That can be tighter, but on the new and improved base, there is this thing called an anti-rebound plate. It engages securely with the back of your seat. If you are involved in a rear end collision, that force is going to push away, but then the rebound is going to be a much stronger force, and that is going to shut that down and limit the amount of force that's coming back into the seat. Love that. A third thing I love about this new base is there is a slight recline to it. You can see it's just a couple of inches, but there are 4 positions along there. What this does is it allows you to take a new baby, lay them back a little bit more while their head and neck muscles develop, and then bring them up a little bit at a time as they develop. We're able to keep babies in these car seats up to 32 pounds now, and Nuna is one of the first to address this. We need to get them sitting up in a safer crash position as they develop. This base does that. Once you decide on your base, I'm going to focus on the 2 seats that come with the RX base because most of our customers, probably 99% of our customers, end up buying an RX base. So let's focus on the 2 seats. I'm going to set out the light seat because I'm going to assume that most people are going to want to be able to travel without that base. When we do that, we come to these 2 seats. This seat here is the RX at $379. This one here, I'm showing it with the Dream Drape, but this Dream Drape, they both have it. It's super cool because it pops out of a zippered compartment and magnetically attaches there for security. There's breathe well panels on the sides, which is kind of nice. And we can pop this back in here, zip it back up, and you'd never even know that it's there. Our customers really love this. $499 for the light RX. So you're going to pay $120 more for this seat, and I want to tell you quickly what you get for that. First of all, it's a pound lighter than this seat. May not be worth the $120, but coupled with some of the other things, it may be right for you. I will tell you, I sell them pretty equally. I have customers who don't care so much about these added benefits, and some customers who say, I'm going to have it 7 years. I want the latest and greatest technology. You decide what works best for you. One of the main things that I think is worth considering the price increase is the ability to change the positioning of the shoulder straps and the head support all along here without taking the baby out. There's a little tab on the back, and so we can start there, we can come up. And so what we're able to do with this is we're able to change that when we notice it's a problem. On this, and easily with the baby still in the seat. On this seat here, not a big deal, but it is called a re-thread harness. Baby obviously has to be out. We redo the connections here by moving it up 3 positions. Moving it up really 2 more positions, but there's 3 positions total. And so it can be a little bit inconvenient, which means you may put it off a little bit. And I think that this one just allows you to move it easily so they're in position more properly, more often, which is always what you want with a car seat. But here's the thing I really like. This is their latest and greatest seat, and they've really come up with the lightweight, the ability to travel without the base, the improved base, and the improved head control. So these wings here they stay with the seat, they stay with the up and down motion, and they're pulling in and supporting the head better, in my opinion, than this seat. This pad is completely removable, and we see people come in all the time with that pad out, and it's quite a bit of room for the head to tip to the side to get support. If we're involved in a crash, we don't want to, if we can help it, we don't want to be coming into the crash with our head tipped to the side. That can be hard on our head and neck. If we can come into the crash with our head in position straight on, we're going to have a better outcome in that crash. And these wings allow that to happen. Now they're soft, where on some competing brands they're hard, and that's because they're the side impact protection in other seats. But in the Nuna car seat, and this is a cool thing about Nuna in general, is all of their seats are encased in this EPP foam that allows for flex and expansion. It's like bicycle helmet foam, only it has a polymer injected into it to allow for that. So all of that side impact protection is in the seat, meaning these can be soft and cushiony when baby is laying up against them. So I love that. A couple of things that might not be worth the extra money, but they're just little add-ons. This is magnetic, place to catch your seat straps so that you can get it out of the way when loading your baby, and also get these hot straps out of the way in the summer. This has it also, it's just a pocket. You'd get used to it. You wouldn't even remember that this one had magnetic, but it's kind of fun. And then they streamlined the belt paths for installing without the base. This one here is just a little chunkier. This is the European beltway path that you want this. This is where your shoulder belt comes around the back to have extra security when you're installing without the base. Here it is on this one. So you can decide what features you want to pay for when you buy your seat. 3 colors here, gray with the gray with the gray canopy, the gray with the cream canopy, and this black one here. 4 colors here. 2 black seats, one with a black canopy, one with this nice platinum canopy, a light gray and a dark gray. So I hope this is helpful to kind of break it down. If you're interested in the seats I'm talking about, you're talking about the Pipa RX and the Pipa Light RX. The Pipa Light R is the one that you can't go anywhere with without the base, but the R denotes the relaxed base. So the RX, the Light RX. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions that weren't answered, you can always call our store at 801-583-2229. We'd be happy to help you in any way. Otherwise, stay safe out there and enjoy those babies. Thank you.